Hello, thanks for tuning in. Ever walked into negotiation feeling unsure? Whether you're closing a sale, asking for a raise, or making a big decision, mastering negotiation is a game changer. In this video, we'll break down three must-read books that will turn you into negotiation powerhouse. 1. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. 2. The Art of Negotiation by Michael Wheeler. 3. Start with No by Jim Camp. Let's get to it. Book number 1. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. We're going to talk about tactical empathy. Chris Voss, as a former FBI hostage negotiator, says one thing louder and clear: compromise is not the goal. Instead, use tactical empathy to make the other person feel understood. And here are three key lessons from this book. Number 1, mirroring. What is mirroring? Mirroring is repeating the last few words the other person says to build connection and make them open up. For example, as a car salesman, I get this one a lot. Client comes in, has a trade, want to trade their vehicle, and I tell him he's expecting like $10,000 for his trade, and my trade offer comes to be $7,000. So the client goes, I don't want 10,000. I don't want 7,000 for my car. The least I will do is 10,000. The least you will do is 10,000. That's mirroring. Labeling. That's number 2. Identify and verbalize the other person's emotions and gain control of the conversation. For example, same story. Seems like you're a little bit upset about the trade, about your trade's value. But you will only take 10,000? That's labeling. Validating the other party's emotion. 2. No, it's a 3. The late night FM DJ voice. Lower your tone, slow your pace, and control the emotional temperature of the negotiation. Same person, he's getting crazy loud. I don't. What do you mean 9,000? Or what do you mean 7,000 for my car? My car is in mint condition. I completely understand, sir. You won't take less than 10,000 for your trade. Seems like you're really upset about it. You labeled it. Now you have a leg up in negotiation. You don't want to freeze. You want to always validate. And that was book number 1. Book number 2, The Art of Negotiation by Michael Wheeler. Adaptive negotiation. Unlike the rigid tactics most people use, Wheeler teach that negotiation is an unpredictable dance. You have to adapt on the fly. And here's how you do. Number 1, stay flexible. The best negotiators don't follow a script, they adjust based on the situation. You don't want to walk into every negotiation situation with the same mentality. You want to survey it. You want to understand your opponent or the other party, what they're coming from. When you already built rapport with them, when you already know them, so adjust and adapt. Be flexible. Don't always repeat the same things. Get creative. Number 2, read the room. Body language, tone shifts, and pauses tell you more than words do, because 75% of our interactions are nonverbal, which is normal in the human life. All the mammals, as a matter of fact. animals don't speak, but they understand each other's body language. If you have a dog, for example, or any kind of pets, dogs precisely, they don't speak a word, but their body language is very good. You can understand them. Same thing. You want to make sure that you read the room, who's engaged in the conversation, who's not, who's interested in the conversation, who's not. 3. Turn deadlocks into progress. And instead of fighting the resistance, ask open-ended questions to uncover hidden motivations. Ask the right questions, basically. They're human. Make a friend. See why they're not signing. See why. What's It's like when you go to a doctor. The doctor doesn't just pull your hand and start injecting you with all kind of vaccinations and all that, and all that other stuff. They ask you questions. Like you gotta be able to be a consultant to understand your client. Number 3, and that's the last book. Start with No by Jim Camp. The Power of No. Most people fear hearing no, but Jim Camp says it's actually a powerful tool. Here's why. Number 1, control the frame. When you start with no, you eliminate pressure and force the other person to justify their offer. I remember I used to work with this guy. He's really good at it. He like one of the salesmen that I want to be like, and maybe better. When he gets a counter offer from a client, his response is absolutely no. It doesn't matter what's the offer. It doesn't matter how much is the offer. The first offer is no. Doesn't matter what it is. And you don't want to be like that in a way, but there's so much power in the word no and oh. It's a protection and eliminates pressure as well. 2, ask what would you like to do? What would you like to do? This shifts the power dynamic, making the other party reveal their true intentions. For example, where I work, one of the questions I have to ask the clients, what would you like to do? Are you trying to purchase a vehicle? Are you trying to just see the numbers? Or in every when you're negotiating, whether in sales or car sales or any in marketing or any in life, any like even in relationships, there's a lot of negotiation in relationships. You want to know what's their true intentions. Like you have a fight with your lady, your old lady. Simple question. What would you like to do? Would you like to fist fight? Would you like to? 3, embrace rejection. Every no gets you closer to yes if you know how to use it strategically. For example, I used to do a lot of cold calling, and cold calling is very brutal. Like prepare yourself for all kind of no's. All right, people will cuss you out and hang up on your face. Some people won't even acknowledge you; they will just hang up. So you get so many rejections a day that you become numb to it, and until you become numb to it, and that's a whole different story. But embrace the rejection got me the understanding of I'm getting closer to my appointment. Every customer, every client or prospect I call and tell me no, I'm getting closer to that client that will tell me yes. And also another thing about the power of no and asking and going for the no, not the yes. One of the questions I would ask when I was doing a lot of cold calling, I would ask my clients, is this a bad time for you? I want that no because they're saying no to everybody. They're saying no to everything. So I want them to say no. So I would ask, is this a bad time for you? If they tell me yes, it is a bad time, I'm at work, then I will hang up. No, it's not a bad time. You can I have a few seconds. All right, now I'm in with my pitch. That was a good one, wasn't it? All right. So, how do you apply these negotiation strategies today? Again, let's review them together. Use tactical empathy to gain trust in a high stake situation. Two, stay adaptive and flexible. Negotiation is an ever changing game. Three, flip rejection into advantage by starting with no. Or which of these negotiation techniques have you used before? Drop a comment below. And if you're serious about mastering negotiation, hit the like button and subscribe. Next up, we're diving into the mindsets of a closer. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Malik, and I'm out.